Hello, hello, hello. So hopefully we are live. So I am doing a little training. So if you're struggling with dating right now, don't worry. We've got loads of things that are going to be able to help. So if we haven't met before, my name's Lily. I'm the go-to person for women or single women who are looking to meet the one for them. So we're going to be diving into why you're probably finding dating so hard right now and how to improve that. Because let's face it, dating right now, yeah, it can be freaking tough out there, especially if you're looking for a long term relationship versus a bit of a fling. So, let's talk a little bit about the Meet the One method. So, this is a method that I've actually created as a framework that I use with all my clients. And over the last sort of 8 years that I've been working with clients to help them meet their person, this is basically all my research, all my experience that has gone into creating this framework. So, the thing is, what I tend to find is women who are struggling to meet their partner, there's usually 5 things that go wrong for them. That's causing them to stop meeting their partner. And we're going to go into them in a little bit more detail. So we've got compatibility, profile, date, and connect. So these are the 5 areas that I tend to look at with every person that is looking to meet the right person for them. And often I can find 1 to 5 areas that are going wrong for that person. So let's start with you. Okay, let's start with what is going on for you right now. So to start off with, are you actually ready to date? Have you got over the ex? Have you got to a place where you feel happy with yourself, you're content alone, and you're ready to move on to meeting the right person? The other side as well of you is actually ensuring that you're aware of any patterns that have happened in the past as well. So if you've gone from if you've gone into different relationships in the past where you have been with a cheater and then ended up with another cheater and then another cheater, or you've been betrayed, or you've had partners that just don't really care about your needs or your emotions or anything like that, then there's chances are there's going to be a pattern there that's going to need resolving, and we can go into that a little bit more detail. But this is obviously like a really, really important basis to be able to make sure that you're in the right place to be able to meet your partner. Because if you're not mentally in the right place to meet someone, it's not going to happen, because you're going to be in that place of pushing them away. So, and this is going to be down to also like, because you want to stay safe, you don't want to go into a relationship that's wrong for you. It can be a whole host of things. And we're going to be going into that in so much detail in like 2 weeks' time. Because you might have noticed in the description, we've got the Meet the One challenge, and we're going to be diving into all of these areas over 3 days live. To really hone in on all these areas and answer any questions that you have during that through those 3 days as well. The next stage is compatibility. Now, this is where I see so many people go wrong, because compatibility, if you don't know who's compatible for you, you don't know what you're looking for, you don't know the type of partner that you're looking for, you don't know where to look, what they look like, how that sort of fits into your life. And I see so many women just sort of go out and date without even, thinking about compatibility. And they end up dating just people who say, oh, do you want to go out for a quick drink? Or do you want to go out for a drink from a dating app? And they know nothing about that person, or that person knows nothing about them. And they kind of hope for things to progress and go in the right direction. But the truth is, compatibility, you need it, because it allows you to enjoy a longer lasting relationship. Compatibility is about, do we work together well? Because it's going to mean that you're going to have less friction points throughout the duration of that relationship. So compatibility is so, so important. And we focus on 7 areas, and we're going to go into those 7 areas in the Meet the One challenge. So if you do want to learn a little bit more about compatibility, what's important when it comes to you, when it comes to compatibility and the type of partner that you want to meet, definitely check that out. Okay, so the next one, and this is like my little bit of my USP, to be fair, and it's profile. So profile doesn't mean your dating profile. It means being able to psychologically profile a person. So we go into a little bit of behavioral profiling where we have a look about that person's profile. What's that profile showing us? What's the messages showing us? Is that person safe? Is that person being truthful? Is that person someone who's actually ready for a relationship? And we look at profiles and those messages through that lens. So when I'm working with a client one-to-one, I'm able to share with them if I feel that that person's safe, and I'll share with the reasons why from what I'm seeing. And also if that person's dangerous or if that person's not emotionally ready. Because the thing is, if you go out there and you date someone who's not emotionally ready, they're going to tell you, yeah, I'm ready. I've seen this so many times where when we've gone into those relationships thinking, okay, I know something's not quite right. I know this person's not quite ready. They give them the benefit of the doubt. They trust that things are going to work out. And then a month or two later, the person goes, oh, do you know what? I'm sorry. I'm just not ready. And this is the problem, it wastes people so much time. So we have a look at profiling to save you time from not investing all that time into the wrong people. So do you understand how to actually look for those bits and pieces? Because if you don't, that's okay. We're going to be doing that in the 3-day Meet the One Finally challenge. And again, it's free to join. So feel free to jump in that description. And then the next thing is date. So we want to have a look about your dating strategy. We want to have a look at your dating profile. Dating profiles are great because we want to have a look at the type of people that you're actually attracting. Okay, we want to make sure that you're attracting the right kind of people. If you're constantly attracting people who aren't aligned with you, then probably there's something going on with the dating profile. So we need to have a look at that to begin with, and then have a look at your dating strategy. Because everyone's different. Everyone's got a different past. Everyone's got a different desire for a relationship. Everyone has, different lifestyles, which might mean that you might have less time to date if you've got kids or a busy career or whatever it might be. So you're going to need a dating strategy that's going to fit in with you, that's going to help you find your person. So this is something, again, we look at in the 3-day challenge. And then the last one is connect. Okay, if you're not fully connecting with someone, it's going to be really hard to build that relationship with someone, isn't it? So it's being in that place to be able to really connect with that person, and also to be in a place where you actually feel comfortable to let your walls down, especially if you've been hurt in the past. We want you to be able to feel confident, to feel connected, to feel excited to be able to date. Because if you're not feeling excited or you're not meeting the right people, then chances are you're probably not dating in the best way for you to meet the right person. So this is why we look at you, compatibility, profiling, your dating strategy, and the way we connect. So if you are interested, do jump on the 3-day challenge because it's going to be a game changer for you. I have had so many clients who have gone through this process, who have ended up getting engaged, getting married, having children, and living happily ever after. So if you're serious about meeting the right person for you, then do check out this challenge. All right. So feel free to check out the description. Click and join the challenge, and hopefully I will see you there. Take care and bye for now.